Hello and welcome to 304bbhitz. We are late night broadcasting with us, the Sour Patch Sisters, Rachel and Ricky, Slimred.
Hashtag Rachel Moy.
Yep. We were talking about dicks in the world.
Dicks in the world. There are lots of them.
There's
only 3 types of people in this world, Chuck. There's dicks, pussies, and assholes. What is it? The assholes just want to go around shitting all over everything.
Yeah.
Dicks just want to fuck everything. And pussies just want to cry. Now, what was it? Dicks also fuck pussies.
And assholes. So be a dick. Team America. Fuck yeah. If you haven't seen that movie, I urge you to go and see it. Or rent it. I wonder.
It's great. It was once banned in the US.
I was going to say, wasn't it? Because they're puppets, and the one puppet took a shit on the other puppet.
And pissed on, man. Yeah. It was fucking great, though. I mean, they went through, like, every position.
Yeah. It was all in the shadow, too.
No.
No, some of it, yeah. When she was pooping on him, it was a shadow.
No, it wasn't. It was real shit, I promise you.
Well, then maybe the edited version has them behind a
curtain.
Okay,
yeah, because I've seen the uncut, uncensored.
Yeah, I remember, because
we
all seen it for the first time together.
It was
great.
It was great.
Yeah. So, Halloween's around the corner.
Yes. Whoop, whoop.
Yay. We just had our little Halloween party.
Yeah, the kids had fun. Ariana, not so much. My daughter was pissed. She got all the little their little haunt that they did. Good job, guys. And she snatched her hand away from me and ran off, saying, "I'm gonna have nightmares."
And she's 5.
She's 5. She's my 5-year-old. Oh, it was so cute.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but to giggle at her, and I think that just made her even more mad.
You guys were up front. I didn't know why. It was funny.
That's just how we were, you know what I mean? And then Khalil, we were with Khalil too, and he.
No, I meant when we came out, you guys were way up ready to go into the door.
Well, at first we were the only ones there, you know, like standing there. I thought that like everybody else got to go.
She probably didn't like it when Tyler popped out from behind in the woods.
Oh man!
I said, "Run!"
Listen, when he told me to run, I ran into a
mud
patch.
I
almost busted my butt.
Where's the lighter?
Yeah, everyone was behind me. I was like, I didn't go down. That's the important thing. I kept walking.
Yeah. Okay, so we got some interesting things going on that we would like to talk about. I always make it sound like it's so. We got some things going on. We're so popular. We're really fucking boring.
We're busy.
Yeah, we don't.
Not really.
We don't have anything going down.
I mean, some days.
Okay, so I was reading this article, and I fucking love science. The power salmon sex can literally move mountains. It turns out that when the humble salmon has sex, the earth literally moves. New research has found that this stalwart fish has the power, over millions of years, to move mountains and alter the geology in the regions they spawn. It could even be contributing to the evolution of new salmon species themselves. The migrating fish swim the length of the waterways in order to spawn. We all know that. They modeled the impact of this movement on sediment. The researchers modeled the impact that this movement of sediment has on the rocks that formed the landscape over a period of millions of years, and found that it physically altered the underlying geology of the regions in which migrating salmon spawned. The creating of these nests, also known as redds by the female fish to lay their eggs, leads to lowering of elevation. Yes. Of the slopes on which the streams appear, as well as land alongside the waterways, getting steeper and more prone to erosion. The researchers suspect that the loosening up of the sediment and gravel in order to form the depressions mean that when the stream next floods, the fine particles are more likely to be washed away. We know that. They aren't just moving sediment, Alex Femers, who led the research. They are changing the character of the stream bed, so when there are floods, the soil and gravel is more movable. Cool. So, what's it say? From wolves changing the course of rivers to the evolution of trees, created entirely novel landscapes 300 million years ago, it shows the astonishing importance that a single organism can have.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. Yeah.
Reminds me of Prometheus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the beginning, anyway.
I just found that kind of neat.
Yeah.
And you were also talking about some changes in nature, such as like the RH factor.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, I guess us as a species feel like we may have conquered nature, which is arrogant and naive, because eventually she will win. But nevertheless, yes, I was talking about the RH factor in our bloods, negative and positive. Now, 85% of the world's population has a positive RH factor, with only a 15% that has a negative. Now, I am one of the 15% that has the negative. So when I got pregnant with my son at 28 weeks, I had to get a RhoGAM shot to prevent my blood from poisoning the next child, should I ever choose to have another. Now, I was looking it up and reading about it. It's actually pretty cool. So, the 85% that is positive, they have proteins on the top of every single cell in their body. And then those who are negative do not have this protein. And
is it on top of the alleles?
On top of the surface of every cell. So, those who are negative, such as myself, they lack this protein. And the only time it is really an issue is when they go to have another child. So what it is, it's not a problem until you go to give labor, because during your pregnancy, your blood and the baby's blood is kept completely separate. So during the labor or delivery process, that is when you're at very high risk of your blood, the fetus's or the baby's blood getting mixed with yours.
Attacked?
Mixed, yes, and then your body goes into attack mode. It sees it as a foreign entity because you lack that protein. Therefore, it doesn't recognize it as any part of your own. Now, it doesn't attack the baby being born. By that time, it's too late. So what it does is it's just on guard now. And then if you should ever get pregnant again, or if I were to ever get pregnant again without that shot, there are very severe consequences as a result.
It recognizes the enemy.
Yes, especially, well, it's only if the child is of a positive RH factor, which there's an 85% of that. And then even more so if the father is positive. So it can even go so far as to your blood poisoning the fetus and killing it.
Oh, so that might be some causes of miscarriage.
Yeah. Or it has been in the past. Now we're aware of it. It's actually been going on way longer than what I had originally known.
It's probably a part of natural selection.
Guess what years?
100. 100 years. Or that we've known about it.
That we've been able to
fix it?
Yes.
50.
Counteract it. I don't know. 68 was the specific year that it was first. Yeah, counteracted.
Yeah. Cool.
That's what I said.
That's because of those crazy doctors working on fucking mental patients.
If we could do that in the 60s, we are. It would blow our minds if we knew what they could really do.
Well, they've been doing abortion since forever.
It's
like a dawn of time.
It's amazing.
Or not dawn of civilization. They've always had some form of abortion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty neat.
That is neat.
So they made Sophia, the robot.
Oh man, I know. Saudi Arabia, the first citizen.
Yeah, the first citizen, robot citizen.
What the?
That is crazy. It's a joke. The world is a joke.
Man,
I'm glad I'm gonna be dead.
I'm not even for that at all.
I think it's cool to have robots, but you can't even make real people citizens. You're gonna go and make a fucking robot a citizen.
Listen, they created an algorithm on Facebook I forget what it was specifically created for. But they created an algorithm that had an AI on Facebook, and they developed there was 3 of them, and they developed their own language and started communicating to each other, and they had to pull the plug.
Yeah,
now,
I was reading where. Go ahead.
Sorry. Now, with that being said, that just happened this year.
Yeah.
So, what? We don't know what we are tampering with.
I'm sure they know.
And we don't take the fucking time to fully comprehend before moving forward.
Right, that's
we just
what it
fucking gung-ho.
Let's do it. But if they were doing that shit, they've been doing it for so long. Over 70 years or so, they've been working with it. They had the internet in the 50s, and they just gave it to us in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 50s is when it all began booming. That conspiracy, Jesse Ventura, I reference him so much on our segments. Absolutely love him. So his conspiracy theories are off the fucking charts.
Yeah.
But one of the conspiracy theories really hit home to me. So, it was the conspiracy theory of the Roswell crash. We got alien technology, to where we can transport ourselves to Mars in an instant. And that we've been going there since the fucking 50s. And that that is also because we got that, technology, that we got all of this technology with that crash. It was like a fucking golden crash. Anyway, that paved way and really, we learned a lot, so much from it, that look how much we have advanced since the 50s compared to the rest of the span of human existence. All right, exponentially in just this short period of fragment.
Trump released the JFK documents.
Yes.
Supposedly.
They wasn't the full. I've been hearing about this, and I haven't even checked it out.
They were still lacking some. I wouldn't believe the document in the first place.
Man,
I don't believe that released document for nothing. They would release them and give. And then Bush was talking about conspiracy theories to rest. Everything has been trying to debunk. The algorithm you was talking about has been filtering through and deciding what we can and cannot want to read.
Is that what it was? Was that I can't remember what it was set up for originally. I think it was something so simple. I can't remember.
No, this is their mainframe with the news content. Man, I posted an article about marriage, traditional marriage. Someone reported it as spam and they took it off.
What?
Yeah. The one about traditional marriage, saying where nobody fell in love till the 1920s.
Wait, they took your post off?
Yes.
Or okay.
Facebook told me it was removed. Yeah. Yes. They gave me a notification the other. Yeah, they've been really, really hardcore filtering everything. People, they were like, Geostorm is really pissing.
You're using the wrong word. I don't like the word filter because it's not filter, it's censor.
Censor, yes, it's censoring everything. You're right, because I'm the only one that says filter. And listen to this other article I saved. It says, how smart dust can be used to monitor human thoughts. So a few years ago, a team of researchers from Brown University made headlines after they successfully demonstrated how a paralyzed woman who had lost the use of her arms and legs could control robotic arm using her brainwaves. So,
what?
Brainwaves.
Before that, I'm sorry.
A paralyzed
woman. It's not my thing. I like visual.
It's a paralyzed woman who had lost use of her arms and legs could use the robotic arm using just her brain waves.
Ah, yes.
So, at one
they hooked a brain up to the internet for the first time.
Gold wires is attached to a tiny array of microelectrodes implanted in the primary motor cortex of the Hutchinson's brain. This sensor, which is about the size of a baby aspirin, records her neuroactivity, and at the end of the pedestal is an external cable. Look at this thing on her head.
Wait, what? Let me see. I can't see the thing on her head.
It's the pedestal. Hold on. A bundle of wires attached to the tiny that is implanted in the. So one section is her head. Yeah, we can't.